Hi technicians, it's Jen from DraftLine, and today I'm here to give you your first tutorial on how to use the DraftLine Smart System mobile application. We're super excited to have Kramer Beverage on board. We've been working on this project for some time, and I know it's going to go well. So let's kick it off. First thing you're going to do is go to either the App Store or the Google Play Store and download. You'll search for DraftLine Smart System. You'll download that to your device. You will need your login for the Play or App Store. And you will use the email address and password that we have provided for you, which for Kramer, it's going to be your company email address. You will refer to your startup letter for your password. And we want you to keep that startup information and startup letter within your inbox because it has a link to this video and it has links to the route change forms. Almost always we need to do some route changes, so just keep that in mind and don't be shy on sending those in. So we will input, once you've downloaded the mobile application, you will input your email address and password and click login, and that will show you your trips. In DraftLine, we call line cleaning trips, line cleaning service, refer to it as trips. And as we move through, we'll end up putting service through as well. So there will be a difference in the type of trips that you will be asked to complete every day. We'll get into that part later once you're a little more familiar with the system. So when we log in today, you will not be starting until Thursday. So you will have to scroll by date and pick from this little icon at the top right and decide which day you want to click into. And I highly recommend that since we have a little bit of time before you start tomorrow, you want to go through your route day by day and see if there's any changes. The DraftLine Cloud support teams are happy to even put the line cleaning trips in the order that you like to run them. And it will take us a cycle or two to be able to do that, but please keep a running list. If it's possible to put it on the route change form or in an Excel spreadsheet, we love to have it in a neat format because that helps us make you happy and get it in the order that you like to see it. So we call this the daily trip planner. You will have this for every day on your cycle, and we'll just click into the first trip, Luma on Park. We have this. This is what we call the overview page. If you're on iOS, you're going to navigate from the bottom of the screen. If you're on Android, you're going to navigate from the top of the screen on this toolbar. And sorry about that. So from here, we will look at the Google generated photo for the account. We can get directed. We have the suggested date and time of the cleaning. You're not locked into doing it at that time, so don't worry because in line cleaning, we know that that doesn't always happen. You have the trip title, line cleaning, and you can swipe to call the location if we have input the phone number through the upload and also the technicians assigned to the trip. I think 99% of your trips, it's only one technician, so it will look exactly the same. This is me, and to the far right of the screen in the middle, you see this little alien icon. That means that I'm the foreman. So once we see this, we know where we're going. We're going to go down to the bottom of the screen, and we're going to navigate from left to right. And we'll hit the task button, which is the circle with the check mark. The first thing we do every single time we get to an account, friends, is we check in. So you park your vehicle, you get out, we want you to check in, and that's that green circle at the bottom right. Once you click that, it turns blue, and that means that your service time is active. Through DraftLine for Kramer Beverage, we will now be able to generate real-time compliance reports because this information is all feeding back to the dashboard, filtering to your Miller Coors reports, your New Belgium reports. It's also going to be utilized to share with our on-premise locations. So we really, really want to make sure that we're maximizing our service time. That's why we check in exactly when we get to the account every single time. And we check out after we've loaded up our supplies and we're ready to leave right before we hop into our vehicle. That's when we check out. We'll cover that at the end. So safety first guidelines. I always want my technicians to be safe, so that's why you're going to see this. Always gloves and goggles, no exceptions. Now, for line cleaning, you're always going to have this gray and kind of yellowy orange bubble. You're going to click into the bubble once you're ready to do your checklist. So after you've checked in, you're probably going to put your device away. You're going to go into the location, get the chemical pumping through the lines, start working on the faucets, get those ready to go, get everything in process. You will then pull your phone out again. And that's when we're going to do our checklists and our brand survey. So assuming we've done all those steps, we're going to go into the first gray bubble and click on that. This account has multiple systems. I am just going to show you the first one, which is a glycol system. And by the way, if we have any system builder information, and by that I mean the beer system, that is incorrect, that is something that we want you to tell us. You can either text us or email us. We'll talk about that at the startup meeting, how you get that information to us, but we expect that there is information that we will have to correct within the mobile application over the first cycle or two. So every line cleaning that we do, you're always going to click the regular maintenance box. That's the first 4 steps, whether you're using recirculation or a static pressure pot. I'm going to do this assuming we're on a static cycle here. So regular maintenance always, always, always is the first 4 steps. Static, in most instances, that's what you're going to use. The method that you will use, I should say. And then if you are using an acid cycle, you will also tick that box as well. To save all of our options, at the bottom right, we will click the green circle, and that will pop us back to the task page. Now, under line cleaning, you will see there's some dots in there, and it says lines partially completed. It will always say that because you will never pick all of those options. So I want you to realize that that is just a visual indicator, and that's exactly as it should look, and it's for your use only, so you don't have to click back through the screens. Then under faucet,